you read the title and clicked on this video, so you must be looking for some small, simple mods that improve the feel of your game and make your life a bit more streamlined and enjoyable, and a little less frustrating and tedious. Hopefully you can find something useful to you in this video that you'll add to your load order. Well, what's up everybody, my name is DeltaWolf556, and today I'm going to give you 15 of my picks for the best and most essential quality of life mods for Fallout 4. All of the mods featured in the video will have timestamps and chapters, so if any of them catch your eye, you can skip ahead to any of them. The download links to which will also be provided as well. This is primarily for PC, so not all of these mods are going to be available to you on console, but I will put an indicator in the top right corner so that way you know if you can download it on your platform of choice. We all know and love Stealth Boys and the Chameleon legendary armor, and how annoying and difficult it can be to navigate your Pip-Boy and aim your weapons because of the stealth field effect obstructing them. This first mod on the list aims to fix that. Chameleon and Power Armor Stealth Field Fixes by Bionic Yardif is a fairly simple mod. It keeps the stealth bonuses for these items while removing the visual effect when you need it to. So you'll still have the cool visuals when sneaking, but when you aim your weapon or use your Pip-Boy, this mod temporarily removes the visual effect only, so you can actually see what you're doing without losing your stealth bonuses. It's an extremely useful mod and one I definitely recommend if you're an avid user of stealth. If you're worried about your game's plugin limit, don't be, as this mod is an ESL flagged ESP, so it doesn't take up any of your game's mod slots. In the vanilla game of Fallout 4, anytime you harvest any of the wild variants of any crops you come across in the wastes, it will give you that crop but still in the wild form, which you can't actually use for planting crops in settlements or use them in any crafting recipes, with the exception of the Workshop Gorilla Cage, the Herbal Stimulant, and the Herbal Anodyne. This next mod, Consistent Crops Wild Crop Improvements by Code Black Crash, fixes that. Now anytime you harvest wild crops, it gives you the non-wild versions so you can actually plant them in your settlements and use them to craft things. It also modifies the previously mentioned Gorilla Cage and Herbal recipes to use the non-wild versions of the crops as well to go with the changes made from this mod, which is also an ESL flagged ESP. Do you like the cinematic boat ride in Far Harbor and the monorail ride in Nuka-World? I know I do. I think they're cool and pretty immersive. However, what if you're playing survival mode and you decide you want to return to either of those DLC areas? Well, you have to sit through the entire sequence again. These next two mods, Nuka-World Monorail Tram Fast Travel and Far Harbor Boat Fast Travel, both by Fading Signal, remove that frustration while keeping the option available if you so desire to enjoy either of the rides again. By simply adding a fast travel option to the boat controls for Far Harbor and the monorail controls for Nuka-World, it allows you to quickly return to the DLC without needing to sit through the full ride sequences again. Keep in mind the fast travel option does not appear until after you've started the DLC and rode the initial ride in. Both of these mods are ESL flagged ESPs as well. Are you ever bothered by the time it takes to exit a workbench in Fallout 4? Perhaps you're getting attacked, or there's something needing your immediate attention, or you just want to leave faster. Well, now you can with Faster Workbench Exit by HUD. While it's not a huge deal, it is quite noticeable how long it takes to exit from any of the game's various workbenches. This mod simply makes the exit animation for most of the workbenches to nearly an instant. This mod unfortunately doesn't work for the campfire stove, as the mod author wasn't able to figure out how to shorten that one. Regardless, this mod makes exiting your workbenches a faster, more streamlined process, and it does work for some modded workbenches and is ESL flagged as well. Are you a fellow loot goblin who didn't learn anything about letting go from dead money? Or maybe you're a fellow firstborn with severe OCD who tries to scrap every single junk item you pick up by dropping them in your settlement and scrapping them one by one, so that way you only have the base components. If that's you, well, this next mod is a godsend. Junk to Components by Bionic Yardif allows you to approach any of the game's workbenches as well as modded ones, and at the push of a button, you instantly scrap all of the junk items in your inventory down to their base components. So now you can continue to pick up everything you see. This mod also includes an MCM settings menu, so you can set specific junk items you pick up to not get scrapped in case you want to use it for decoration or need it for something else. And of course, this mod is also ESL flagged. Now that we don't have to be worried about being over encumbered as often thanks to the previous mod, what about all of the owned trash in the trash cans around the Commonwealth? Why is everyone going to try to kill me just because I went digging in their trash for a broken bottle that they threw away? Well, thanks to ownership fixes by Ungazifi, we can now freely take the trash out of the various trash cans around the Commonwealth, since they clearly don't need it or want it because it was in the trash. This mod is also ESL flagged. Are you ever playing on a new game, and when you meet the Brotherhood of Steel in Cambridge for the first time, Scribe Halen decides to send you all the way to Far Harbor to retrieve some tech for her, or Knight Reese decides to send you to Nuka Nuka-World to clear out some ghouls. Well, thanks to Keep Radiance in the Commonwealth by Ungazifi, you don't have to start any of the DLC before you plan to, nor do you have to put off helping the Brotherhood until after you decide to start the DLCs later. And this mod is in fact ESL flagged. Are you an avid settlement builder, and have you ever needed to move any of your power armor to a different spot while building? But in order to do that, you gotta exit workshop mode, maybe put a fusion core back in, enter the power armor, walk it over to wherever you want it, exit the armor and take that fusion core back out, and then you can go back to building? Well, with Movable Power Armor by Kentington, you can now simply just grab your power armor while still in workshop mode and move it wherever you want. Just be careful not to accidentally scrap any of them. And yes, this mod is ESL flagged. Do you ever want to be able to just quickly trade with your settlers or vendors without listening to them either complaining about something or trying to give you a quest? Or maybe you just want to trade with them faster? Well, with QuickTrade by Registrator 2000, you can now do just that. It also comes with an MCM settings menu that allows you to control a few aspects of the mod, such as changing the QuickTrade hotkey and toggling whether or not it works for vendors, settlers, or at all. I do wish it worked for companions, but that's okay, I can live without it. Whenever you're lockpicking and you happen to break a bobby pin, do you wish that the new bobby pin would be inserted at the exact same angle where your old one broke, so you don't have to move it to the exact pixel you left off at, only to break another one? Well, now thanks to Remember Lockpick Angle by Battle Brother 13, when a bobby pin breaks in a lock, the next one will be inserted at the same angle where the last one broke instead of resetting every time. This mod is definitely a stress reducer and a time saver, especially for people who aren't really a huge fan of the lockpicking minigame. Do you like how you can equip a weapon or armor and consume consumables straight off the ground in Fallout 76 and Starfield? And do you wish you could do that in Fallout 4? Well, you might not believe what I'm about to tell you, but there is a mod for that. Take an Equipper Use by Dilbill allows us to quickly equip weapons and armor and consume consumables right off the ground. It also includes some optional immersive animations for performing these actions as well. But if you don't want them, fear not, as there is an MCM settings menu that allows you to change all sorts of things, such as disabling aforementioned animations, as well as changing some other behaviors of the mod. Are there any quest items sitting in your inventory that you forgot about? Even worse, quest items with weight, and you have no idea whose quest or what quest they belong to? Well, fear not. Whose quest is it anyway by Fudgy Duff changes the quest items can't be removed message to a more useful message that tells you the name of the quest it belongs to and provides the quest's form ID as well. So now you can finish that quest and get those quest items out of your inventory. This is definitely a useful one if you picked up a quest item and didn't realize it, or if you forgot about it because you haven't played the game in a while. I wasn't sure if I should include these last two mods in this video, but, well, I'm not really sure what other mod category I would put them into if not this one. Have you ever been sprinting and you tried to run diagonally and you just abruptly stop? I find it a bit annoying and a little jarring, and with this edit to your Fallout 4 custom.ini file, courtesy of vkush, you can now sprint diagonally like you can in pretty much every other first-person video game. Now, this only works for first-person, as third-person has its own movement mechanics. Keep in mind, this is just an edit to your Fallout 4 custom.ini file and not an actual mod, so be careful when downloading it as not to replace your existing one. All you need to do is open it up and copy the line from this one onto your existing one, save it, and you're good to go. I personally set the threshold to 90 instead of the default 180 of vkush's shared file. Have you ever been annoyed or bothered at the fact that the mouse sensitivity in Fallout 4 feels inconsistent and restrictive at times? Well, if this is you and you want your mouse sensitivity to be more consistent and the same across the board, then it sounds to me like you might like Raw Input, the ultimate mouse sensitivity fix by IceKK. This mod actually disables mouse acceleration, disables mouse smoothing, gives you horizontal vertical parity so your sensitivity is now the same, moving your mouse side to side and up and down. It also allows you to choose your aim down sight sensitivity, ranging from values of 25, 50, 75, and 100% sensitivity multipliers. And it normalizes your sensitivity with every other action you take. So no more weird, slow, or clunky feeling mouse movements when sprinting, jumping, or using melee. I find this mod extremely useful, and I definitely recommend this to all of you playing on a keyboard and mouse. And yes, thank you for asking, this mod is in fact ESL flagged as well. And there you are, 15 of my picks for the best and most essential quality of life mods for Fallout 4. Let me know whatever quality of life mods you use that I didn't feature in this video, and if you want me to make another one of these videos featuring a different mod category. I'm thinking about doing one for user interface and featuring some more quality of life mods next time. As I said in the intro, all of the mods featured in this video will have their download links in the description. If you want my full mod list, I also have a Google document linked in the description as well, which I have everything sorted by mod category on there. I also have an invite link to my community Discord server in case you want to join that as well. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I would greatly appreciate you dropping a like on it, and if you happen to be new, I would also really appreciate you subscribing. With that being said, I appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime, or whatever time it is for you, in whatever time zone you are in, and I will catch you all later. Delta Wolf, out.